Today's companion is Zayne, Foreseer. Foreseer is a blue solar myth pair available in the cross-space Echo with blue wishes, and also unlocks the specialty matching wand for MC called Everlasting Song. Foreseer is the beautifully tragic version of Zayne, trapped in the Tower of Thorns, serving as the emissary to the unseen yet brutal god Astra. His powers use ice and thorns to damage enemies in a wide area, and he's described by the game as defend, damage, and AOE. In reality, Foreseer is an AOE machine that scales primarily on your defense percentage stat. Translation: defense stat equals damage output. We're talking nearly 3 times scaling compared to attack. His overall mechanics have to do with AOE and battle resource management. Specifically, divine prayer stacks that empower your charge attack called Eternal Sin. And this is your primary way to do a ton of damage to large groups of enemies. Divine Prayer is Foreseer's passive. It's his battle resource that can hold up to 5 stacks denoted by the bar beneath your HP. Divine Prayer stacks are earned in a couple of ways. When your last basic attack in a combo hits, your resonance skill, Thorny Punishment, which is also an AoE, your empowered support skill, Ward of Curses, which is a shield that is modified by pair bonus ranks, and matching weapon active skill called Sacred Signs. The matching weapon to Foreseer is Everlasting Song, and the game describes it as a support, AoE, and heal weapon. The basic attack, just like Foreseer, scales on defense. And its passive is important for helping build divine prayer stacks, because during your basic attack combo, if you dodge, you do not lose your combo count. Thus, you can hit that final basic attack and build a stack of divine prayer. The active skill, Sacred Signs, is actually the heal, and it also gains 1 stack of divine prayer. Alright. Let's talk Foreseer matching solar pair ranks. So in addition to the standard rank bonuses that you receive, these are what you get for the matching solar pair. The starting effect is that Eternal Sin, that charge attack and your core damage dealer, has an increased damage of 25%. Rank 1, during the Ward of Curses support skill, your damage increases by 12%. So look for those little shield orbs that spin around you after casting. With rank 2, when resonating, you get an extra prayer stack, and damage is increased for 10 seconds. That means your resonance skill gives you an automatic 2 stacks. Finally, with R3, every 6 seconds, you get 1 stack of divine prayer, allowing you to use Eternal Sin more often and not having to hold for burst. Your goal with Foreseer is to build 5 stacks of divine prayer as fast as possible, then burst weakened enemies. If you have an R3 Foreseer, you can Eternal Sin much more often to do general damage to groups versus having to wait for weakening or burst stages. And while it feels unlimited, it's not, so keep an eye on actually how many divine prayer stacks you have. When possible, have 4 stacks ready for a boss. Finally, positioning is crucial. As your main damage dealer here is a circular AoE attack based on the targeted enemy, try to keep mobs grouped together as close as possible. A good way to do this is to actually put yourself and Zayne in the middle of the mob or close to your target. You can also try and drive mobs to a corner or a wall, and they will eventually group up together. So let's talk the rotation, and note that this rotation list actually ignores the starting passive stack that you have. If you're rank 1 or below, or you have non-matching companion solars, you'll want to do the following. Open with a resonance, gaining 1 stack. Then attack with your active, gaining a 2nd stack. Do your basic attack 4 times to ensure that you hit that final attack and dodge as needed to then gain a 3rd stack. Now, you can basic attack again 4 times to either gain a stack or use your active. This entirely depends on how much energy you have. Finally, you'll want to resonate and gain that final stack. With shields broken, burn through your prayer stacks by using your charge stack, Eternal Sin, and hammer away on either your mobs or your boss. If you are rank 2 or above, or you have matching solars, the rotation changes slightly and that you'll actually be able to use charge attacks and burn a stack while you're just attacking regularly before a weakened state. So, the rotation becomes you resonate to gain 2 stacks, and then use your active skill to gain a 3rd stack. Now here, you can actually use that charge attack, which will reduce a stack of your Divine Prayer, and then follow up with your 4 basic attacks, dodge as needed and making sure that you hit that final basic attack, resonate for 2 more stacks. After you break shields, cast your support skill to gain your additional damage bonus, as well as your shield. Use your charge attack, charge attack, charge attack. Release that Eternal Sin. Essentially, R2 and above, use Eternal Sin every 3-ish or so stacks while building to burst for AOE groups or bosses. And again, a note about that support skill. It's a shield, it's great. Use your shield all the time whenever you need it. However, like I said, when you're rank 2 or above, use it strategically for burst, as that shield in your support skill has a limited time and a very specific cooldown. By the way, your empowered support skill throws a free Eternal Sin from around you instead of an enemy with no stack consumption. Let's talk Protocore options. As Foreseer scales primarily on defense, you want to try and include defense bonus across secondary stats as much as possible. If you have some attack bonus here and there, great as well, but it's secondary to that defense bonus. I recommend under R2 or non-match solars, try to have at least 1 expedited energy boost to keep getting Divine Prayer stacks. You can apply extra damage to weaken for boss burst if you'd like, but otherwise, defense. If you'd like to use the Protocore preset function, I recommend for R2 or below, non-match solars or boss burst, use the weakness build. For R3 and general AOE wipes, you can use the crit build. Foreseer is personally one of my favorite companions, period. His overall aesthetic, angst, and AOE ability that become available so early on for free-to-play or low-spend players helps him hold a special place in my heart, next to the Ice Astra shove there. If you enjoy playing companions like Foreseer, specifically for AOE beasts, check out Silas Silverwing Fiend. If you're into subtle resource management mechanics, check out Xavier King of Dark Knight or Raphael Abysswalker. Feel free to drop me any questions or comments below, and practice makes perfect, so get out there and throw some Eternal Sin at people. Otherwise, check out this companion video next, or you can review Lad's battle basics here. Happy hunting!